There's so much going on with AI, but I thought I would tell you about this really cool thing that I did with the Clinical AI Club. This month's topic in the AI Club is how to use AI to basically automate your private practice, your business, your life, all of that. The more automations we can have in place, the better off we are, really, in my opinion. If we can just automate everything, we don't have to be so stressed out and overworked and all that. So Brittany Long, you guys probably heard me talk about her. She's like the queen of AI. She was my business coach for a year, probably longer than a year. And just basically now we're just kind of friends and we geek out about everything AI. She's going to teach 5 Zaps that are really easy for therapists, coaches, entrepreneurs to use in their business that'll help automate things. If you don't know what a Zap is, there's a thing. If you go to Zapier.com, Zapier.com, you go over there, log in. It's got a ton of AI. They even have a free plan, I'm pretty sure, where you can go in there and look around. And basically what a Zap does is it connects, I think they have over 8,000 integrations in there. It connects one program that you use to another program that you use. It automates it. So if something happens in this program, it does a zap. That's like short for Zapier. It's called a zap. It zaps this program to the other program to trigger a function automatically within the other program. That's sort of how Zapier works. So Brittany's going to teach that to the Clinical AI Club. We're going to give the replay and all that. You'll be able to go back and watch it. And by the end of it, you're going to be able to know how to set up 2 zaps to help your business run better, more easily, that sort of thing. So I'm really excited about that. But it got me thinking, and I tried to present this to the AI Club yesterday. It's a little disjointed, but it got me thinking when I was making the content this month for the Clinical AI Club. I wonder if I could totally automate the whole process to even creating the content for my membership club. And those of you listening that know I've got multiple income streams, over 15, there's probably more than that I'm not even thinking of, that, I use to bring in money so I can live this lifestyle that I live as a traveling therapist, as a digital nomad. The more income you have coming in, the less one-to-one client time you have to have. So it got me thinking, like, okay, I run these memberships. I teach people in my coaching container basically how to do memberships if they want to do that. I was like, let me see if I could totally automate all the content for the Clinical AI Club this month. So here's what I did. I want to walk you guys through it. If you are listening back to this and, confused, feel free to email me at info@kimtolson.com. I'll just walk you guys through what I did. I feel like there's got to be a program out there that puts all of this together, but right now it's just sort of piecemealing all these different programs I've heard about that can just totally automate your life. And I'm sure if I went into Zapier, I could probably figure out how to automate this even further than what I did already. So this is what I did. Every month in the AI Club, we do have like a live, implementation session. It's like 90 minutes where we just get in there and talk about AI and what everybody's trying to do. I talk about the content I put in. But I also always include a training video on the topic of the month. So like I said, this month's topic was how to use AI to automate your practice a little more effectively so you're not just like always in your business working on things constantly. It's a lesson I've had to really learn. I'm still learning it. I'm still way too in my business, but I do have a lot of automations in place that make it easier. So what I did to create the video content, I have already built a GPT in ChatGPT. If you guys don't know what that is, I've got podcast episodes on this and also a whole module in the AI Club that teaches you how to do this. I built a GPT that's trained to know what the Clinical AI Club is, what type of content I want to be able to give to the members, and the format that basically I want the content to be in. So I always want a presentation, a slideshow, and I want content to go with that slideshow so I can present it in a really succinct way, not too much. Like usually they're like 15 to 20 minute slideshows that are just on the topic of the month. So I created a GPT to already know. And I went into the GPT and I said, I want to tell you about this much content, which is automations with AI in running your private practice. And I need you to do a PowerPoint outline for this month's theme. So of course, my little GPT was like, that's a great idea, Kim. Here you go. And it was like, boom, 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 boom. So it gave me like 15 slide outlines. It was just like, this slide, you need to talk about this. This slide, you need to talk about this. And I had to go back and say, I want these automations to be automations anybody can use because we're HIPAA compliant as therapists. So we can't use all of these suggestions that you're giving me. So I had to give it a little more direction around that. It was like, gotcha. Okay, so you want general like automations that you can do. I was like, yes. So it rewrote the whole thing. It gave me like 15. It's like slide 1. And it's like, these are the points you want on the slide. Slide 2, these are the points. And of course, I went through and read everything and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Couple little things I'd probably say differently. So I sort of edited that. And in ChatGPT now, you can initiate what's called Canvas. It's almost like you could open a doc now inside of ChatGPT in real time and you can edit it right there to make it better. So I did that at first and got this really great outline of a slideshow. And then I went over to this other program called Beautiful.ai. You guys might have heard of this before. People ask me all the time, how do I make like easy slideshows so I don't have to like spend a lot of time making these PowerPoint presentations? Beautiful AI is one of those options that you can go over to and make pretty cool slideshows. So I took this outline that ChatGPT gave me. I went over to Beautiful AI. I found the place in Beautiful AI where it says upload text to turn it into a presentation. So I literally copied it from ChatGPT. I dropped it in this box of Beautiful AI and it asked me to pick a template. It was so easy. And I hit create and within like, I don't know, 5 minutes, it's created this beautiful slideshow for me. It's all the words are right. It's put in these pretty boxes. Each slide looks different. It allowed me to change the branding colors, which I did. And then, of course, I went through and edited each slide to make sure there wasn't any transfer errors or anything like that. There were a couple like headings that were sort of weird from where I copied and pasted it, so I deleted those. But for the most part, it was a pretty great presentation that normally, if I were to do this on my own, I'd have to go over to Canva. I'd have to create each slide essentially or use a template from Canva or one that I've used before and copy and paste all the words into the different boxes to make sure it looks right. That's so time consuming. This thing did it in like 2 seconds. So I put in Beautiful AI and then I got the slides. I downloaded them as like a PowerPoint slide deck, downloaded it, took it over to something called Synthesia.io. So SYNTHESIO. IA.io. So I went over there, which these are both paid plans, but like in my world, time is money. So I'd rather spend the money than the time because I don't have as much time as I do money at this point in my life. So I get it if some of you are listening and you're like, this is expensive to use this Beautiful AI and then this, and then have to pay for ChatGPT and all this stuff. I totally get that, but I'm just telling you what works for me. And it saved me probably about 5 or 6 hours doing this. So anyway, I went over to Synthesia, where basically you can choose a avatar to like host your presentation. You can choose a voice. All you have to do is put the text on each slide and this person does the presentation for you and it sounds just like a human. It doesn't sound like an AI bot like reading it. It sounds really like a human person is presenting the slideshow. Which again, I hate doing slideshows. I hate doing presentations. I hate having to record a presentation and then take it somewhere else and edit it, which takes forever because you literally have to go line by line and edit this thing. You don't have to worry about that. As long as the text is correct that you put into this thing, the AI avatar speaks it. And if you want to, you can have the AI avatar in the top of the screen talking the whole time. I chose not to do that, but you can do that with this program. So anyway, I did all that. I chose the avatar and all that. And then I took the same slides that I uploaded in Synthesia and I put it back in ChatGPT, the slide deck, just uploaded the slide deck. And I said, I want you to look at each of these slides and give me a script for each slide and make it like a minute or two talking about each slide. It was perfect. It already knows my voice because I did it in that same GPT, but I said, okay, give me one for each slide. So all I literally did is I copied the script for each slide from ChatGPT and I put it in the Synthesia thing under each slide and I made sure it all sounded right. When I was done, I just went ahead and hit create and this magical avatar reads the scripts for each slide. It knows when it's at the bottom of the text on this one, it goes to the next slide. Like it does all of that. All of that's AI automated with this avatar. So I did that and, I rewatched it back. I was like, this is freaking perfect. Unbelievable. And I downloaded the presentation and literally took it over to our training hub on Cartridge where I host my membership for the Clinical AI Club. I took it over there. I put it in the module for this month, uploaded the video. I took ChatGPT. I went and said, just make me a little summary of what this video is about. Did it in 2 seconds, popped it in there, and I'm done. It literally took me, I'd say an hour and 20 minutes because I had to wait for download and upload time for the videos and the content and all that stuff. Went over, put it in the hub, and I'm done. Like totally done with the content for the month, just like that. And it's all because I've got this GPT that's trained to know exactly how I talk, to know exactly who the Clinical AI Club members are, what would benefit them the most. All of that started right there. And then the rest is totally AI automated. And there's a great informative presentation for the Clinical AI Club members to watch and learn from. And I didn't have to do all of that time and effort that would have taken me to actually create all this content on my own. So super excited about that. I know that's a lot of information, but I just wanted to share, like, there's so many processes out there like that. And like I said, I probably could now go over to Zapier, like I was talking about in the beginning, and I probably could connect OpenAI, the API. You could put that in Zapier and you can like give it instructions around like, hey, if you get this trigger, I want you to create this type of content. And then basically it would be me. This is way kind of in the weeds with this. There's tons of ways to do this. But if you go into Zapier, they have an AI. It's called Copilot something AI. You go in there and you say, this is what I'm trying to do. And the AI walks you through exactly how to do it inside of Zapier. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I am going to test that out because if I could do that every single month and know that it's quality content, why wouldn't I do that? Save me time, still give good content, and give me more time to create other things that I want to create. If I could use AI to do presentations for me, that's amazing in my opinion. So anyway, that's my exciting AI stuff for this week. I hope that inspires anybody listening to this to try to do something similar. Maybe it's not the same thing I'm trying to do, but to give you some ideas around the different programs and how you can connect them together so you're not having to waste so much time trying to do the stuff that we're trying to do, especially those of you that are like multi-passionate entrepreneurs and therapists that are, maybe trying to have other income streams coming in. These are great ways to make content, save time, and be able to put your stuff out into the world, make more money, and also have more time to live your life. I think it's amazing. And I obviously get so excited about it if you can't tell. So I hope that inspires you. The other thing I'm up to, this is exciting. I'm going with Brittany and my friend Amber, and we are going to some studios to record videos that are high enough quality that we can upload them to something called Hey Jen that creates clones for you. And I, of course, will be showing you guys the clones and how I did all that. And Brittany's got a training on how to do it already. Her YouTube channel is just Brittany Long. If you go to YouTube and type in Brittany Long, Brittany Long, that's Brittany's YouTube. I want you guys to see her clone, and I can't wait to show you my clone. I'm really excited about it. We'll put it in the show notes for you guys to be able to see Brittany's thing. And then the Synthesia IO and Beautiful AI is the other one that helped me with the PowerPoint. Beautiful.ai is the other one for the presentation. I hope you guys feel inspired. All these AI tools are amazing. And you guys probably remember I love AppSumo. A lot of the stuff I talk about is stuff I've bought on AppSumo before, and I've got like lifetime versions of them. Beautiful AI and Synthesia are not ones I bought on there, but there's tons of other things I bought there. So if you're into AI at all, I just would recommend going over and just typing in AI in the search, and there's just so many cool things that come up that you can do. Programs you could buy like for $49 and you have lifetime access forever, like brand new AI products. So I'd totally recommend that. And lastly, this is sponsored by Berries. You guys know I'm the clinical consultant for Berries. I help them develop all of the clinical content inside of Berries. We have so many cool things coming for you. If you use code 50 from Kim, you'll get $50 off the first month. So I highly recommend checking out Berries. They just released a new feature that basically right before you see your client, you look at it, and now it gives you like things to follow up on from the last session. So if you like told your client to go to the gym, it's got a little note in there before you go into your session with your client that's like, remember to ask your client if they got their gym membership or something like that. So it's got this new feature where it reminds you of what to ask your client about from last session, which is super cool. So if you're already using Berries, go check that out. It's in that screen where you can like see the summary of your client before you enter into the session with the client. Anyway, that's it. I hope that automation workflow helps. Come join us in the Clinical AI Club. That's all available in there. I put the workflow in the AI Club too, so they could see how I created that video for them. All right, you guys have a great week. I will talk to you later. Bye.